Hello everybody, my name is Minx, and welcome back to my Sims 4 save file series. Be sure to like the video to let me know that you want to see more of this content, or if you're new and find yourself coming back on the regular, feel free to subscribe. You're already coming back anyways. Alright, so in today's episode, I am remaking and overhauling the BFF household. As you can tell, I believe they're also placed in a completely different lot as well, but that's just for my own preference. If you're new here, I recommend going to the first video in this series and looking at the starter home that I built, because in that episode I explain a lot more about the lore and the inspiration for all of these builds in Willow Creek. And I'm gonna address the elephant in the room. Yes, I did get a new model for myself, and I made it myself. That is because after I purchased the temporary model that I had, it was supposed to be temporary. After looking through to see if there's any specific parameters for it, I noticed that it was made by AI. So I got rid of it immediately, rolled up my sleeves, and decided to make my own in approximately 3 weeks before this video had to come out. And so I did that. But other than that, I don't really have much to say. So I'll put up my reference image in the top right, and then I'll see you guys in CAS. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I completely changed his household. Um, Not because I didn't like them, but because I wanted them to fit my vibe and my energy. So I made them three broke ass college students living together who started a band because I can. Um, but this is Hunter Bell. Um, he has grown up here as the other two have. Um, and he is the main musician of the group. He's the one going to college for it. He's the one who is extremely passionate about it. Um, and I gave him a very alternative, very punk look. Same with Sarah. I'd say Sarah leans a little bit more goth, but Hunter is definitely the outgoing one in comparison to the other two, naturally, that is. He's very talkative and just very, very energetic all the time. And I would say it probably bugs Sarah a little bit. But as you noticed in the actual build, there's only 2 beds. And that's because Hunter sleeps on the couch and in the bush outside, because that's just kind of what he does and what he is. I would say he's actually also inspired by a friend I have in real life. But yeah, he's a very how do I put it, extroverted and exotic character. Despite his very harsh demeanor, he does not act like it whatsoever. He is a very happy person, despite what the eyeliner would make you believe, and I love that about him. But yeah, I'm gonna finish up Hunter, and then we'll talk about Sarah, who I believe is next. So I'm actually going to backtrack a little bit. We're actually working on Alexis next. She is kind of the rich girl trope of the group. She came from the higher ends of Willow Creek, like where the goths live, high end Willow Creek, but she got cut off from her family funds just due to the way she acted, because despite her looks, she is very alternative, just like the other two are. She has a very bubbly and charming personality, and she's definitely not as outgoing and forthright as Hunter is, but her acting helps her a lot with that. But no, she's into the same music that the other two are, and they both just absolutely adore her, to a point where I think Alexis and Sarah in my own world are probably going to end up together, just because I always love an opposites attract kind of trope. But no, she's very, very alternative and very punk in her worldly views and the way she acts. But yeah, no. I didn't give them a romance bar in game just because I don't expect anybody else to do the romance trope between Alexis and Sarah like I did, but if you do, feel free to. But no, she's in college for acting, and she wants to be an actress when she grows up and have money just like her family did, but doing it in her own way. But yeah, that's kind of all I have to really say about Alexis. She's adorable. I love her. I will come back when it is time to talk about Sarah. Alright, so now we are on to Sarah, who is my personal main character of this household. She also grew up in Willow Creek, and she started attending college with a fine arts degree. She is the artist and the guitarist of the band and the group itself. She's a lot more introverted than her two counterparts. So there's not really much to say about her, mainly because she doesn't say a lot. But no, I would say she leans a little bit more on the Gothic style. She inherited this home from her grandmother, who showed her art and painting and things like that, which is one of her favorite mediums. But from what I remember in the build, she also does digital art from time to time as well. But despite Sarah's many what's the word, hesitation, despite her hesitations, all three of them love their next door neighbors, Birdie and Mason, because they get food from them all the time. And when you're broke, food is very good all the time. But yeah, no, she loves these two, and honestly, that's about all I have to say about Sarah. But I will stop talking now and stop talking your ear off and let you enjoy the rest of the video. One more thing, I did make a compilation of them like I did for Birdie and Mason, but it's a very Friends intro compilation, and I think you guys will enjoy it, so stick around for that.